Okay, yeah, the colors are nice. Yeah, I know. Everybody was going in on me for this space here. They're like, "Oh my God, it's just a bar cart on a bare wall." But really, what I did was I moved this mirror. You see the mirror here? And I moved it on this wall, which is all like, it's all like glass. Like it's just French doors. Just like, I'll show you. Like, just look. It's just like this, a whole wall of that shit. So, okay, so it's just glass. You go out to the pool in the outside area, right? The backyard, whatever. And so I took that mirror behind me, that giant ass fucking massive mirror that's like 16 feet tall or something like that, you know? and I moved it to this wall and then filmed the TikTok where I'm like, you know, don't be a dork, men, about spending money on your woman, you know, whatever. So they're like, "Oh my God, that bar cart looks so bare. You should get some art there." And I'm like, I like it. Look at it. It looks nice. Little cute little bar cart. Now, that bar cart's there, sure. But then on the other side of this wall, which you guys can't really see, you can start to see the cabinets there, is a full-blown wet bar. So they're like, "Oh, you should put a wet bar there." I got a wet bar. It's right there. It's on the other side. Y'all just haven't seen that yet. You haven't been privy to it yet. One day, maybe. I think I might do a house tour one day. We'll see. Hello. You liking is all that matters. Yeah, I know. That's why it's funny because people say that and they'll be like, "Yo," I wanted to be like, "Well," but then instead of doing that, I was just like, "What do you think I should put there?" You know, and it's just people going in. Dating is so hard. Finding someone honest is impossible. Well, yeah. I mean, you know, there's always a bit of deception, right? When it comes to dating. You know, girls will kind of be seeing a couple of guys. You're dating, you're single, there's nothing wrong with that. So you girls will be seeing a couple of guys, and then when you start meeting, you meet a new guy, for instance, but you're still dating because you're single. Fine. You got to kind of lie a bit and be like, "Well, you know, some of you women are more bold, and you'll say, 'Yeah, I'm dating around,' but you know, but other girls will kind of try to conceal that a bit, you know. And fair enough, it's nobody's business but your own, right? If you're seeing other people, but when you meet a new guy, I don't know, some other guy, you say you got a date on Tuesday, and then you got another date with another guy you matched with, let's say, on Thursday, and then you meet a guy on Friday who's just like, mwah, chef's kiss, you know what I mean? It's like, you like him slightly more, but you don't want to cut out the other ones yet because it might not work out with that guy. You never know. You're dating. You're seeing people out, you know, around. Fine. Okay. Fair enough. But then you don't volunteer that information on date number 3, chef's kiss guy. You don't volunteer that information that you just had 2 other dates this week and you're going to kind of see where things go with them too. Right? Of course not. Why would you? Say you lie a little bit. That's just to save people's feelings. Save judgment, unnecessary judgment for you. There's a little bit of deceit, you know. Plus, girls will lie about a lot of stuff. Age, weight, which is a weird one that people even talk about that, but they do. And then maybe education, aspirations, hobbies. Girls will cap about their hobbies big time, like they got all these hobbies. But then they're like, "I painted once when I was 15, and I'm a painter sometimes. Yeah, that's one of my hobbies." It's like, come on. Whereas guys will cap about like their age. They lie about their age big time. Guys will always say they're younger to date younger girls, of course. And then also they'll say they'll embellish how much money they make. That's a big one too. "Oh, I got this going on. Oh, in this future. Oh man, things are really gonna. I just talked to my friend. He's a producer." You'll hear that shit too. Y'all all lying. So y'all both dishonest. Let's start there. Let's start with that one first. And then try to isolate what the dishonesty actually is. Okay, between everybody. So I think the problem is when you guys are dating, you guys that you consider your boyfriend or you want to be a boyfriend or whatever for the ladies. The big problem is, what are we doing? Where are we going? Are we exclusive? Are we not? Oh, we are. Word. You're not seeing anybody else. Word. And it kind of gets like that. You kind of have that kind of dialogue. And then it's like, but then low key, the men are often seeing like girls on the side. That's where most women's troubles around dishonesty lives. And fair enough, you know, because it's a tough conversation. Guys want to collect women like Pokemon cards, you know. They gotta catch them all. They want to sleep with all of them. They want to have all of them, and they never want to let any of them go. That's why the boyfriends have, exes, girls they still talk to, girls in their DMs, girls on their Snapchat, whatever. Ash Ketchum. So I get the frustration for women, but to maintain your strength is your willingness to walk away, man, at the first sign of trouble. Soon as things get a little fucky, and you always know, it's in your intuition, So when you start feeling like, yeah, I know you got some girl inside you're still siding with, you're just like, you know what? Bounce. Ghost that fool. You're just out, right? And he's going to go, oh, what the hell, dude? What's going on, dude? I thought we had what? You'd be like, yo, look, I know. I can just see you kind of hung up. I can't really pinpoint it, and I don't want that kind of energy in my life. So until you're like fully free or whatever, I just don't. I'm out. And then just fucking no contact. And I watch that guy come groveling back. Girls, I swear to God, they'll be on your doorstep. Please. I don't got any more bitches, I promise. I swear to be like that. I promise you. Watch. Mark my words. The problem is no one courts seriously. Well, is that really the men's problem though, right? Like ladies are saying men don't court seriously. Which I think what that means, let me interpret what you're actually saying. When you say court seriously, you mean no man is dating me to get married and have a family. All right? Fine. And now, is my dog, Max, wanting to join in. Come on, boy. That's my boy. It's my man. Look at, where's the tie like me? Look at that. That's my boy. Handsome. Handsome too. You're so handsome. Look, they're talking about you. Look, see that? Just kidding. He can't read. That's my boy, though. That's my boy. Anyways, so what women are saying to this? They're going. Oh, well, he doesn't want to date me seriously. He doesn't court seriously. It's not going to, and he's not dating for marriage. He's not dating for it. Now, where women are doing that because they're highly fucking motivated and incentivized to get married because that is your security net in life, and I totally understand 100% why. You're pushing for that. Men, on the other hand, especially in today's climate, are very de-incentivized to get married. So it's tough. You got to find a man that really wants a family. And luckily for you, there are men that really want to start a family. The problem is that you women are dating men that don't want to start a family. So is it your fault? Is it your fault that you're choosing to date men that don't want to have a family right now? And then you're going to pick the guys that don't want to have a family and are not looking to get married, and then get mad when they don't want to have a family and are not looking to get married. Whose fault is it? Is it one of these where it's like, shit, who am I to blame? Fuck, it's me. I'm the one. I'm the problem. I keep picking the guys that choose that don't want to get married today. That's the issue. And that's always the issue. Where's your accent from? I'm from the South. I'm from South Carolina. You guys hear that? Piano music? That's Linkin Park. It doesn't even matter. You guys remember that? God, man, those are the days. It's hybrid theory. Hello. NC here. Hello. Hi. We need to claim you. That's funny. Qualified buyers only. Yes. Okay. So that's my point, guys. So here's the thing. This is by far the biggest problem. You women will pass up all the dudes in your DMs that will marry you in a heartbeat. Like would worship the ground you walk on. And I'm going to give you a real life fucking example of this so you know that I'm not pulling this out of my ass. This is a really important thing. Okay? I'm going to give you an example of this. You girls will pass up those guys and then date the guy that you want that isn't really looking for things. The kind of guy that goes, when you go, hey, where are things going? He goes, well, I really like what we got going on right now. Let's just kind of see where things go. For 4 years. Let's just see where they go for 4 years. That's the kinds of guys you choose to date. And then you get mad that that's what they do. So whose fault is it? You picked them. You chose it. You chose them. That's your fault. You should first date guys that are like, I want to get married and start a family. And just because a man is like not ready to start a family doesn't mean he's a bad guy. Doesn't mean he's just the wrong choice for you right now if that's what you want, right? You need to align with people that are looking for that now. Technically, for most part, that's going to be older guys. Date older. Date guys that have kind of like done some stuff and he's like, all right, word, now I've got this. Now I really want fulfillment in my life. I want kids. You date that guy because then that's the guy that's going to do the thing you want him to do. But you don't do that. You choose the wrong guy every time and then you get mad at the guy. And then you blame the guy for being what? Dishonest? Doing the thing he's probably going to do when you chose him in the first place? You understand? Whose fault is it? Is it his fault? Be for real. Be for real right now. Okay? That's number one. Let me tell you a real life example of this so you know this isn't some cap. Okay, let me just tell you. And by the way, like I said, nothing wrong with guys not wanting to get married right now. And if you choose to date guys that don't want to get married right now, that's fine. Cool, that's cool. But just don't be mad at them because they don't want to get married right now. What do you think? That you are going to come change their mind and rock the world and change their mind? It's not about you, sis. Guys will marry the girls that are right in front of them when they're ready to be married. You feel me? And that's in 10 years or whatever. All right? So gamble wisely. Okay? You feel me? All right. Now, that's the most important thing. Let me tell you an example of this. My mother was married. My mother's divorced twice. So she was married to my father. Not so good marriage. Childhood divorce. Single mama. Raised by a single mama. And then she married another guy. It didn't work out. Whatever. Now, after that second marriage, she goes and starts. My mom's always been hella pretty. Okay, that's really important. She got a lot of leverage there when you're real pretty. So she was dating these guys, dating guys their status is up here, this and that, and like was really trying to work with these guys, and they were all kind of shitty, you know, for one reason or another. And maybe they weren't exactly villainous people, they weren't bad guys themselves, but for whatever reason there was an incompatibility issue, most likely along the lines of the guy wasn't ready. Excuse me. He wasn't ready. Okay? And then, this is a perfect example about you girls passing out the right guys. There's this other man, a man that my mother never really regarded, that was pining after her for years. Okay? He's that guy in your DM that's just like, hey, what's up? You guys just fucking curve all the time and you guys go for the other people that piss you off. That guy is just that guy, right? And she's getting older. She's like, you know what? I would give this guy a shot. Like, well, let's go out. Let's, fine. Never thought in a million years you'd be my type, whatever. That was the shot. And then they have been together. They just celebrated their 15-year anniversary. And my mother couldn't be happier. And thank God for that man because he worships that woman. He loves her so much. And I'm so grateful that, emotionally speaking, I don't have to worry about anything with my mother, okay? She don't have to worry about money, because I retired. She don't have to pay any bills. But this man will be with that woman till his or her grave, I swear to Christ. And it was that guy that's been pining for you in your DMs, ladies. I'm telling you. And the problem is with you girls, you loveless women are the problem with you guys is that you aim for guys that just don't want what you want right now. And then it inevitably doesn't work out and then you end up bitter and upset that you wasted 3 years of your young adult life or more. Or more. And then you're just mad at men. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? I promise you, date a little bit older, all of y'all. Date a little bit older. Date guys that know what they want in life. Start there. And don't think that you have the magic that's going to convince them to settle down. Because you never will. You just never will. So, and if you can adopt that mentality, find the guys that are in alignment with what you want. And if you can adopt that mentality, I promise you, women, that your life will be much easier. Oh my God. So much easier. And you won't be a stress ball every day of an anxiety, wondering what he's doing, who he's with, What he's got going on? Are you getting too old? Is he gonna replace me? Is he DMing girls? Like, you don't need to be thinking that shit, man. And stop picking those guys. Pick the guys that will pine after you, because they exist, I promise you. It happened for my mother, and they couldn't be happier. Okay? Promise you. What do you do when your girl doesn't like to talk about murder, mystery, space, or magic? That's funny. Talk about things she wants to talk about. I don't know. It's your girlfriend. You tell me. He is speaking the gospel truth. Thank you. Teach me sales. Love it. It's all sales. Here's the thing. It's all sales, guys. It's all sales. All of it's sales. You know, you're selling yourselves to the boys. The boys are selling themselves to you. It's all in different ways, but it's all sales. It's all sales. The Toyota hater. How do women benefit from marriage? They benefit from marriage in so many ways. What do you mean? at least in North America, they hella benefit. Are you kidding me? The courts protect women. And here's the thing. We a bit overcompensated with the courts thing. I know this as a part of the divorce. Listen. Oftentimes the men get the short end of the stick. Let's face it. Okay? Not saying women aren't justified something, but let's just backtrack it a bit. Just say it. Here's what used to happen. When you would marry a woman, like in the 30s and 40s and 50s, the man was a breadwinner, right? And then the women didn't really have much equity in the relationship because it didn't really make sense to at the time, okay? But whatever. Well, who cares? That doesn't matter. We're talking about history. The woman would marry this man. The man would, at some time in his life provide for his family, whatever. And included the wife or whatever. And then he'd go on a business trip to Kentucky or whatever the fuck and meet some pinup looking Jezebel and then sail off into the sunset with her, leaving his woman high and dry. And then she's just back there with no skills, not even fucking typing. She's just been home ec her whole life and can no longer afford the mortgage of a house, can't feed herself with kids because there wasn't really any jobs for her back then. She couldn't be seen at the grocery store bagging groceries, even if she could get a job there. You see? And if she had no family to turn to take her back into her family unit, right? Then she would be penniless and destitute. And that would be, what a horrible circumstance, you see? So then the courts were like, oh shit. This is kind of messed up. Like, bro, listen, you can leave your family. You're not a prisoner to them. Like, if y'all aren't working out, fine. But if you've been providing for somebody for 20 years and they've been out of the eligible job market for 20 years or lost all other prospects for marriage because it's been 20 years, then at least if you're going to exit from that relationship, you don't leave a human being and your children just absolutely devastated financially. Or irreparably. You what again do? Go live under a bridge? Because back then it wasn't like shelters and stuff. It was you were just fucked, you see? And so that's what happened. So then the courts came in and was like, yo, okay, fine, just pay them some sort of break and exit so that they, can golden parachute back to reality or some level of, existence. Okay. And that's a good thing, man. That's a straight up good thing. And I know because my mother, it was a modern time and she was uneducated. So it's hard. You got a couple kids. You work at minimum wage. Y'all know you working for minimum wage or something at some place. She worked at, for a minute, she worked at FedEx. So we got 2 kids by herself, single woman working at FedEx, making, I don't know, not enough. And then it's hard, man. It's just hard. So then the social programs came out and became affordable housing, like Section 8 stuff. You also get welfare, EBT. We didn't have to do any of that stuff because luckily she had family to bring us back into the fold. But because the man chooses to go sleep with some other woman and leave his family, now his wife and children are just now absolutely devastated and penniless and cannot in any way recover. And they're all just going to live now in the streets. That's what it used to be. So then the courts came in and corrected that. Now, in today's modern age, that still exists, but it's been overcorrected. There's a lot of corruption. There's levels to everything. So the courts are getting percentages now. So, if they're getting percentage of the stake, that's whatever's at stake, then they're very incentivized to charge you the most amount, you see, and that pays for city planning or whatever the fuck, lines of pockets of the judges. I don't know. Gobble up whatever conspiracy theory you want, whatever. My point is, it's been a bit overcompensated now. So men get really, really, really devastated, particularly if they earn a lot of money. I think there's some level of compensation that people are due when things end, but I don't think that you should wreck the man's life to the point of like self-deleting. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets kind of rough. It can get rough. So it's just been overshot, and now there's lately been more of a shift for more equitable, even distribution of things. So that's better, at least. I don't think you should leave with nothing. It's like, all right, divvy it up. This is what we earned together. Let's divvy it up. Like, fine, part ways. Have a nice life. And as long as your kids don't suffer, fine. But you got to understand, men that primarily make the majority of the money do get screwed over a little bit. Just saying. It does happen. So women can tend to benefit. I'll give you an example. A guy creates an algorithm and to trades high level trade volume at a hedge fund. He works his ass off, and then meets some hot girl at a tennis club or whatever, and she sleeps with him for a while. They get married, and it becomes a loveless, sexless marriage, and then they get a divorce, and then she gets half a billy, It's like, what'd she do for that algorithm? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by the overcompensation can really mess it up in the courts. And so this girl slept with some tech nerd for a while, and now she's 100 millionaire, and it's like, that's it? What a great career being hot. you get what I'm saying? It's just like, can't knock it, man. Get your bag, sis. But still, like, that's why it's tough to convince even modern successful men to get married at all because of these cases. You get what I mean? It's like, y'all do have to work, but I don't know. Whatever. That's debatable by lawyers in court. You say you want a beautiful girl who's smart. I'm sure you met plenty of girls like that. So why weren't they the right women for you? I would say that necessarily. Look, like I said earlier, men are ready to settle down when they're ready. It's no woman is necessarily going to come in and just change their mind. You see, the men change their mind when they're ready for their mind to be changed. When their value shifts from wanting to be kind of Peter fucking Pan to an adult that wants to bear more responsibility than just himself. And then they start to shift to wanting a family, and they're going to need a woman to do that. Because if you still got to be a man, you still got to get out in the world and be about it. And you're going to need somebody at home that has your values and is going to train that to your kids. You're going to need that, right? So it's more about that. It's not the woman's mystifying them into thinking that I'm now the one for him. That's not how it is. Look for the men that are ready. That's the answer. And I hope that answers your question, Peach. I think that does. So smart, true. Thank you. Duh. Do all men cheat? Nah. Do all men cheat? No, not necessarily. I know some very wealthy, successful guys. I know one very successful, wealthy guy that has never, ever, ever cheated on his wife ever. I think that there's a proclivity there. I think there's some sacrifices to be made when you vow, But it's hard to say, man. Sex is important. Sex is probably more important to men than women. And just more in different ways. Yeah, one is a good example because he's literally a billionaire and he's young. So, yeah, it's an important example. They exist, is what I'm trying to tell you. Where can come here, boy? Come here, boy. I know. My boy, thanks for the gifts, guys. I never get gifts on here. I appreciate it. Here's my boy Max, handsome boy, chilling beside. Every time I go live, he kind of hangs out. He likes making debuts. Look, he wears a tie like me, see? Handsome tie, too. Let's see here. What, the dog? Yeah, he's all right. I like him. What is going on? Good question. We're figuring it out together. That's my boy. We're figuring it out together. We'll get there, though. What state are you in? Disarray. I'm just kidding. I'm in California. I'm in Beverly Hills, California. I'm from South Carolina, though. Okay, that's all right. This is going fast. I will keep up though. Why did you move from South Carolina to Cali? That's an interesting story, actually. I wasn't going to. When I was young, when I was in high school, I was a manager at a Domino's Pizza, and I was like, I don't want to go to college. College for suckers. I'm gonna just stay in my hometown, open a Domino's. Small little one-horse town. And I was convinced by a family member, my grandfather, to say, no, you're going to go to college or whatever. So I went to college, and he helped me pay for some of it. I didn't really need it. It was a full ride. I studied physics and mathematics, and then I got a job at a company called Northrop Grumman building weapons for the government. And I moved to California and was working up in the desert for like 7 years doing that. Living in Hollywood area, and then I would just like take the plane to work just every day up in that area. I can't really exactly say we're at a top secret clearance. I traveled the world. I did really cool stuff. I did a lot of really interesting things, not only in the private sector, but also in Falls Church, Virginia, which is the capital. Worked with congressmen and women. I've been about it for a minute, but I've left all that behind. That's God, ages ago. Now I have my own business. I have 5 businesses. How did you pick your dog? He picked me. Why are you sad? I'm not sad. My life's great. Napa Valley, California. Oh yeah, Napa. I know Napa. Are you saying you cheat? Listen, I'm not married. I'm not married. Never been married. No kids. I don't have a wife to cheat on. So I don't know what you're talking about. Mercy. Are you an attorney? No. Do you live alone? Yes. I'm in Orange County. Oh yeah, I know Orange County. I was just down there actually. I have a friend down there. I go sailing. I have a friend that I want to sail with in Orange County. I was just down there. Yes, wait for the right one. Thank you. Where do you live? I live in Beverly Hills, California. Hey, thanks for the gifts. I don't get gifts on this platform. I see a lot of people just getting crazy gifts. I don't understand. I've been doing live streams on TikTok for a minute. I was kind of disenchanted with it doing it last year, but I'm getting back on it. This is my New Year's resolution. I want to talk to you guys more. I want to post more too. I love the bar cart mirror. Thank you. Finally, some damn recognition. Let's see. I drink everything out of straws. Yeah. Now I do that with these because it's just, I don't know. It seems better than putting my lips on the can that literally anybody can touch, right? But the reason why I do straws is because look at my teeth. They're pretty white. I wipe my shirt like that. So like straws will help that shit. That will keep your teeth white. Dead ass. Like I've been doing that for years. It works. What music do you have playing? This is piano music. I have it kind of like, it's like a new age classical piano. I play piano on occasion. I'm not that good. I can dabble. Wait, you guys see it there? I can dabble. I can play a little bit. When I listen to piano music in the house, sort of generally, I like it inspires me to like play. I want to compose a little bit. I don't know. I like your eyes. Thank you. You can't have them though, but I appreciate it. Wow, your place is gorgeous. Yeah, I like it here. It's 5 bedroom, five bath. It's a big home, but I like it. I use all the space. It's great. I'm in LA. House tour, maybe one day. I might do one on my YouTube one day. I was thinking about that recently. Let's get married. Maybe. You're on YouTube? Yeah, but not really. I want to start YouTube. I want to like get into YouTube. So I posted a few things on there. We'll see how it goes. Would you date a doctor? Sure. Play something. I might. I played a few songs on my Instagram. I played like some Nina Simone. I played what are the girls like? I played Lana Del Rey. songs. Go check it out. I don't know. Tell me what you think. What are your hobbies? Lately, I'm getting more into sailing. I'm learning to navigate Martha's Vineyard like on a map. And I think that's something. Oh, I think my company's here. So listen, I gotta go, guys. Thanks everybody for joining me. I gotta go open the gate. I can do it from that panel right there. I gotta stand up. Thanks everybody for joining me. I'll see you again next time.